All right, what's up, guys? Jackson Ape here today, and today we're going to talk about why strength training is for everyone. This is a topic that is near and dear to my heart. It's one that I've kind of spent a little bit of time trying to make sure that I didn't overdo the information for the slides, but wanted to make sure I talked about the important things that relates to this topic. And so I really like doing these slideshow presentations, so keep a lookout for more on in the future. If you have any ideas, topics, etc., that could fit into a presentation type deal, shoot them down below or send them my way so that way I can make some videos and help you guys out as well. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. So, oh yeah, there we go. All right. So first and foremost, like taking care of your health shouldn't be a question. Like it's one of those things where it's like you can choose to not to or you can choose not to, but at some point in time, like you're going to pay the price for the latter. If you don't want to take care of your health, you're going to face certain consequences. And to me, that's one of the most selfish things that you can do is, to neglect your health and then put yourself in a position to where, like the first bullet point, other family members have to take care of you and that you are dependent upon other people being around in order for you to do day-to-day activities. And so this is just one of those things where it relates to strength training, but it's also just any general exercise. Like you need to be taking care of your health. You can't be shitting it down the drain. Thinking that you have time or thinking that you can, counteract all of the negative years that you've had with your diet, nutrition, etc. And it doesn't work like that. And so, don't let your health get in the way of missing out on the later years of your kids' lives either. Some people have kids at a later age. Not everyone has kids in their 20s or 30s. And even then, if you do, like, you don't, I'm not a parent, but I like to think that, if I was a parent, I would like to be in my kid's life, when they're 40, 50 years old. I understand that some people have kids later on in life, but do you really want your health to be the reason why that you're missing out on big, milestones in your kids' lives? To me, that would drive me insane knowing that things that are in my control, I chose not to have a control on, and therefore it now has a control in my life. And so, um, that's another one of those things to think about. And then it, kind of ties into just the third bullet point of like, you shouldn't need motivation to take care of yourself. If you have a family, if you have kids, if you have a spouse, if you have people that care about you, why would you not want to be able to take care of them, protect them, um, and just not miss out on important things in life? That should be all the motivation that you need, to take care of your health and make your health a priority. So, we're going to dive into just some of the benefits of strength training, and why that I think strength training is superior to all other forms of exercise. As you can see, laundry list of items. Nothing too crazy, nothing too detailed here. Just basic things that you can cover and understand that, like, hey, if I do this, I'm gonna, if I do X, I'm going to receive Y. And so some of the benefits, just improved cardiovascular system, an increase in muscle mass, which then in turn, makes you have stronger muscles, which protect your bones, your ligaments, and your tendons, which essentially builds a more resilient body. So therefore, as you age, you'll have a little bit better balance, to reduce injuries and falls, and reliance on, other things around you. Strength training also can help with your sleep. It can improve your sleep quality, boost your metabolism by reducing body fat and helping you manage your weight over time. I can speak for myself on this one. Mental health for sure. I don't know too many people that make fitness a part of their life. That don't say they feel better after workout. Most people that make this a part of their life will say that the only workout they regret doing is the one that they didn't do. Most of the time, once you work out, you don't regret doing it. So just a few more things like heart health, helping manage your blood sugar and blood pressure. Um, it boosts your energy. Getting I getting a good workout in the morning sets you up for a really good day. And it's something that I really enjoy doing when I have the when my schedule doesn't start too early in the day, is being able to wake up a little bit earlier, and get a workout in. And then it also can help with better posture. That requires you to do the right things, but that's neither here nor there. Um, and then purpose, like this can give you a sense of purpose. Like you can make you can make training such a part of your life and give you like a mission to strive for every day, every week, every month, every year. And it gives you that purpose of why you're waking up and why you're doing hard things every single day. Because sometimes, yeah, like it's not fun to go out and just suffer for an hour sometimes, and not every workout needs to be that case. But you should definitely do hard things, and you should definitely push yourself um, to want to do more and want to find your limits. And being able to strength train, can kind of give you that purpose in your life. As I like to say, and I mean, a lot of people are going to say it, but you either use it or you lose it. As we age, we experience a detraining effect, basically saying that like if you're not going to train, you're going to lose, certain tendencies that you or qualities that you may have. Like the second bullet point talks about, like no, after 50, you're probably not going to be able to just tack on pounds and pounds of muscle every single year, PR your, lifts if you're that's what your goals are. Um, and you're probably not going to be able to increase your explosive strength. Like you're not going to set a vertical jump PR past, a certain age. But you can at least maintain what you have. If you are a little bit of explosive, like you haven't gotten away from training and you have, some of those fast twitch muscle fibers still hanging around, you can at least maintain the quality of what those are by training properly. Um, but whereas if you're not training at all, once it's gone, it's gone, and it's not coming back. And so that's something that some people need to understand is that like you don't have all the time in the world. You can't just get it back. Like I was saying earlier in the video, you have to dedicate, days, weeks, months to this and then keep it going, for years on end. It doesn't stop. It's a daily thing. And this is a quote that I read from a journal article. Muscle mass decreases approximately 3 to 8% per decade after the age of 30, and this rate of decline is even higher after the age of 60. It starts off progressively going down, and then once you hit a certain age, it pretty much just plummets if you're not making it a priority or routine in your life. Now, if you are, then it can prolong these things and you can actually maintain some of your muscle mass. You can maintain that explosive strength. You can maintain your maximal strength. You can maintain your mobility, your flexibility, and stuff like that. Um, and so something else that I like to think of is that I see strength training to how it carries over to everyday life. Sure, like it's great that I'm able to squat, heavy weights right now, but there's going to come a point in time where I need to ensure that I'm squatting so that I can get up and down off the couch, off the toilet, onto chairs if I'm going out to a restaurant or anything like that without assistance. And that's why you train in the gym with weights is because it carries over to everyday activities in life. Same with a hinge, like a deadlift or something, like you're picking up an object off the floor, you're tying your shoes, whatever this may be. This is a range of motion that a lot of people cannot access because they do not train it. The press, how many grandmas do you see trying to grab things off the top shelf at Walmart or even, lift their kids up or put something back on the shelf or reach something in a cupboard? Like you need to be able to train all these ranges of motions and all these different exercises so that way that you can be prepared for the everyday demands of life because there's going to come to a point where that is the sole reason you're training. It's not to reach specific competitive goals any longer. It's to maintain your youth and continue to prolong your life and being able to do things in your life without reliance on others. So like I said, eventually like that's what training becomes about. um, and this is just another common known fact is that strength training is better for losing fat and weight than diet or aerobic exercise alone are. It's great if you're dieting, but you're probably not getting enough protein. So in all reality, you're really losing out on lean muscle mass. You're really not gaining any. So that's not good. That's not healthy either. And aerobic exercise, which I do have another presentation where I wanted to talk about energy systems, conditioning, aerobic and anaerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise is great, but again, if that's all you're doing, we're not tacking on lean muscle mass. Sure, we're helping our heart and our cardiovascular system out, but we're not building muscle to protect our bodies and our bones and our joints for the demands of life. Aerobic exercise doesn't entirely do that. And so, even for people that are younger but strictly looking to lose fat or weight in general, if you're not strength training, then you're not giving yourself the highest potential to reach your goals. Strength training is the ultimate answer for everything. So here is just the second to last slide. Keeping it simple. So regardless of your age, whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, it doesn't matter. Stick to fundamental movement patterns such as hinging and squatting, pressing and rowing, carrying and lunging. And then you also want to make sure that we're rotating because we want to make sure that we're working in different planes of motion, sagittal, frontal, and transverse. Um, and the way to do this is have a good coach that knows what they're doing, and can write the proper workouts for you. So that way that you are doing everything you need to be doing to prepare for life. And here's just another thing that I wanted to focus on in this was that um, you don't need anything crazy. Like you really don't need crazy equipment. You don't need even a gym membership. Like if you have a couple kettlebells or dumbbells and a sled, you're going to be good to go. Because this is something that uh, a lot of people just don't grasp is that machines build muscle because they isolate the muscle. When you hop on a chest press machine, you're strictly training the muscles that are required in a chest press, whatever the fuck that means. As you get older, you want to look to build your movement because you want to create the stability in your body again to have it transfer to everyday life. If you're just using machine to press all the time, your core is really not working all that hard to ensure that proper stabilization is going on. So that way, when you and then transfer to life, you're outside of the gym and you're actually picking up an object. If you're just using a machine, your core doesn't have the repetition built up to potentially provide the stability necessary for whatever that you're doing. So try not necessarily avoid machines, but we're looking for free weights here. We're looking for barbell stuff like that, stuff that's going to recruit multiple muscle groups through the entirety of the exercise. We don't just want to isolate our muscles. While that is good and it is important because we do need to build muscle, the fundamental movement patterns are still going to build muscle, but they are also going to challenge small stabilizer muscles and then actively recruit other muscle groups, like I said, throughout the entirety of the movement. And so the easiest way to do this is to kind of just pick 2 to 4 days per week, and put forth the effort, the intent towards your exercises, and it's going to yield some results. So this isn't not trying to sell anyone here, but like I said earlier, some people need a good coach for this because it takes a lot of the guesswork out, and that's why I'm here. So if you're unsure where to start, either shoot your questions down below in the comments, or you can email me at abestrength@gmail.com, and I can answer your personalized questions there. You can also reach out to me on Instagram at abe_strength. Um, and if you want to take that next step, we can get you on a training program that's addressed to your specific needs. And that way you're not playing guesswork. You're not playing the game of, am I doing the right things? Am I actually making progress? Am I getting stronger? A good coach will ensure that all those questions are answered and that you're on the right track, and doing the right things. So if you have any questions, like I said, shoot them below down in the comments, drop me an email. Strength training is for everyone. I don't care what your age is. I have trained people over 60 years old, and those are some of my favorite people to train because they start to understand the importance of uh, the gym and how it does translate over to everyday life. Um, and they can see that they can start to see that it's easier to walk up the stairs. It's easier to get up and down off the toilet. It's easier to shower. It's easier to play with your kids, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, the light bulb goes off, and you're like, "Holy shit! If I don't keep this up, I'm going to lose it." I have trained with a 64-year-old before who has we'd done really good. And then there was a few month period where things just didn't go as well. Just a little bit inconsistent. Life got in the way, no big deal. But she came back to me and she talked about how she noticed she wasn't training anymore. She started to lose some of her mobility. She started losing the ability to go up the stairs without holding onto the railing. She needed assistance to get up and down again. And as soon as we got back in the gym within a month and a half, everything came back to her, easy peasy, and she was really happy. Um, so strength training is extremely important. You want to make sure that it's a part of your life and that it's a part of your daily routine. Even walking is good, but we got to take that next step and we got to get some weights in there because that's what is ultimately going to have the biggest carryover to our life, and that's what's going to prolong add on years to our lives. So thank you guys for watching. This is short and sweet to the point, but this is something that is near and dear to my heart. So if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out. I would love to help everyone that I can. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. like and share this video. I appreciate all your guys' support. Get out there today. Be great.